Walt Grayson is with us, and he is every Monday with a story.
Yep.
And we're off on a summer adventure starting today.
Starting today, the very first one. We're starting a series, we're going to call it the Gas Tank Getaways. The idea being to find places that we can explore that aren't all that far away, but it's worth the trip to go see. And we're going to have them on every Monday over the summer at 6. And we start with an appropriate place for today's date, the 3rd of June. Money Road in Greenwood along the Tallahatchie River. When I hear the strumming of those chords, the words from Ode to Billy Joe immediately come to mind. It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. Mississippi native Bobby Gentry elevated herself into music stardom when Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge in that song. I understand that Miss Gentry had the old bridge at Money, Mississippi in mind when she wrote Ode to Billy Joe back in 1967. Well, since that time, the old picturesque turnstile bridge at Money's been replaced with a flat slab of concrete. Much easier to maintain, no doubt, but hardly a bridge someone would dive off of except to go swimming in the shallow Tallahatchie River about 10 feet below it. The high diving board at most swimming pools is higher. But just because there's not a lot of air between the bridge and the river doesn't mean the Tallahatchie isn't deep in lore and history. First of all, the Mississippi Music Trail marker for Bobby Gentry's at the Tallahatchie Bridge on the north side of Greenwood. Almost in sight after you cross the bridge is Little Zion Church. You'll find the Blues Trail marker for fabled blues man Robert Johnson here. He's buried in the graveyard at this church, not a stone's throw away from the Tallahatchie River. And then a few more miles up the road at Money is the moldering ruins of Bryant's Store, where Emmett Till was supposed to have whistled at a white woman. The Emmett Till Civil Rights Trail marker is here. Also on Money Road is Tallahatchie Flats, a group of old Delta houses where you can stay the night or the weekend. There's a monument to Billy Joe McAllister there as you drive in. And the Museum of the Delta in Greenwood has a Bobby Gentry celebration every weekend closest to the 3rd of June. Director Lisa Cookston says there's always a lot of interest.
And people keep asking, is she going to be there? And my answer is always she hadn't said no.
There hadn't been a song about the Delta quite like the one about Billy Joe until Bobby Gentry's Ode.
It always adds to the mystique of the Delta, you know.
And adding to the Delta's mystique is like adding a boxcar onto a train that's already loaded down with boxcars. And if you want to go see Money Road, it's north of Greenwood. You just get on Grand Avenue, and you keep going across the Tallahatchie River. And when you cross the Tallahatchie River Bridge, you are on Money Road. And then, of course, there's the Robert Johnson marker and the Emmett Till marker on up there. And who knows, you might see the ghost of Billy Joe McAllister.